From having an interest in vintage cars to being a notoriously bad boyfriend, here's some things you never knew about the NCIS cast. Let's begin with the man himself, Mark Harmon. It'd be pretty hard to imagine NCIS without this silver fox. Interestingly enough, his career could have gone another way entirely. Apparently, Mark was one of a football player in college. The guy wanted to put his education to use, however, and passed on the chance of joining the NFL. And you can say that he's putting his degree to work too. Well, kinda. Mark's got a degree in communication, and what's an actor if not an extremely good communicator? Well, you gotta appreciate someone who carves out their own way in life. Harmon's dad was a football player, and he even won the Heisman Trophy. Mark is interested in woodworking and carpentry. His interests also include collecting vintage cars. According to Hitberry, Harmon's got a white BMW and a 1970 Dodge Challenger, and although he may play it low-key at times, he's pretty fond of sports and luxury cars, along with police models. Now let's talk about Polly Perrette. Polly played Abby Shudo, who was super smart and really into stuff like DNA analysis. She did end up exiting the show, and it wasn't exactly an amicable bow-out. Perrette was personally interested in crime as well. She even began a degree in criminal science before she took up acting full-time. She also had a short-lasting marriage to Coyote Shivers, the Canadian musician. However, Polly's got quite the range when it comes to passion projects. She opened a bakery in 2011 named Donna Bell's Bake Shop. She and two of her best friends gathered Polly's mom's recipes and opened the Southern Country Bake Shop in Manhattan, which was also named after her mother. The inspiration for the venture came directly from Polly's childhood. She had fond memories of spending time in the kitchen decorating cakes and eating Southern specialties. I mean, I can already smell the kitchen and the bake shop. Sadly, Yelpers have reported that the shop seems to be closed permanently. Moving on, this next NCIS actor's super talented, Michael Weatherly. Michael portrayed Special Agent DiNozzo with an air of cool confidence. That seems to be the actor's vibe too. If you've been watching TV for a good long time, you might have realized that he also played Theo Huxtable's roommate on The Cosby Show. However, the actor lived through some tough times too when work wasn't easy to find. While waiting for luck to turn around, Michael would play his guitar in the subway in New York. The guy's a true musician. When asked who he'd like to be for a day if he could be anyone in the world, Michael said Sting. And he's totally got a plan too. He'd get the police members back together for a jam. And I mean, I'd totally like to be there. He's even performed some songs for the NCIS soundtrack too. Before choosing acting as a career choice, Weatherly really shopped around. First, he wanted to be a baseball player, but later he leaned towards becoming a stuntman. Also, he went to 4 colleges, but never graduated. Ultimately, he found his path in life, and this isn't the only NCIS cast member to be so seriously into music. There's also David McCallum. This Scottish actor has got heaps of talent. First, he's a classically trained musician, and for the longest time, David actually considered making a career out of his musical abilities, and it's a total wonder why he never did. He was even given a recording contract between 1966 and 1968, which resulted in the release of 4 albums on Capitol Records. It's incredible. Dr. Dre even sampled his track The Edge for the intro and riff to the next episode. McCallum was also a crooner back in the 1960s for a little bit, and all this doesn't mean that he doesn't take his acting very seriously. In fact, David totally gets into his work. He does the whole thing where he painstakingly prepares for his roles. To get into his NCIS character, Dr. Donald Mallard, McCallum trained with the Los Angeles chief pathologist. If the rumors are to be believed, David can perform actual autopsies. Of course, why would he want to? But that says a lot about his commitment to his craft, which is pretty exceptional. Moving on, let's talk about the lady who played Agent Ziva David, Cote de Pablo. Pablo joined NCIS in 2005 and is of Chilean origin. As per her own description, she's got an old soul and nothing delights her more than just hanging out with her mom. She's a peace-loving gal who doesn't really care for violence. So when she was told that she'd have to handle guns on the show, she was a bit shook.
Oh, that world is fascinating and shiny and everyone's pretty and everyone's having a great time, you know? Oh, so we appear, right?
The first time out on the shooting range wasn't a comfortable experience for her at all. Even though her character speaks multiple languages, Cote is only fluent in Spanish and English, which is no small achievement.
Michael's no longer there. There's a couple of cast members that
people,
have...
Yes, yeah.
Yes, but it's part of the, it's part of the dynamic of a very long-running show. People come, people go.
Next is another NCIS cast member who's into music too, Sean Murray.
Now listen, I've got to run, but before I do, I just want to know, do I have your support for that extra funding?
Sean's super into electronic music, and when we see him hitting keys at his workstation at lightning speed, guess what he's typing? His own name, over and over again. Also, his mom's married to Donald Belisario, the creator of NCIS.
Okay, all right, just stay calm. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna handle this, no problem. Wait. Your mom can wait. No, just don't hang up on...
This next actor from the show's got a pretty interesting philosophy of life. Rocky Caro plays Leon Vance.
Dr. Roth, I don't have time to waste.
Good, because I've got back-to-back surgeries to get ready for.
Now, that's a character that you don't think would be a cheerful person, but Rocky's a totally different story. He's a friendly guy who loves hikes with his family. His rule in life is that you gotta learn something new every day. Just imagine where the world would be if everyone thought this way. Also, Carol believes that everyone should work to get exceptional at 3 different things in their life. For him, these are acting, playing the trumpet, and singing or dancing. Rocky's talent for acting was spotted by his elementary school teacher, but that's not all he's good at. He's also directed 15 episodes of NCIS.
Want me to what? You want me to walk El Santo out of his maximum security cell?
If anyone can do it, it's the director of NCIS.
Now, this next NCIS character took one of his hobbies far too seriously. Brian Dietzen. Brian plays Jimmy Palmer and totally loves it. Another thing he loves is video games. He's admitted to actually being a video game addict too. Sometimes he puts his 2 loves together and does voices for video games. Initially, he was supposed to be in only 1 episode, but something must have clicked and he became a regular on the show in 2012.
His ex-wife is a paranormal investigator, and apparently his whole family is in the Navy. I mean, these are the sort of things we should know about a teammate.
Next, it's an NCIS agent who's pretty famous for his exploits, Wilmer Valderrama. Wilmer portrays Nick Torres in the series. Ever since 2007, he's done multiple tours for United Service Organizations. He's made host appearances and traveled on their behalf over 46 times. He's done appearances in locations such as Afghanistan, Germany, Iraq, Bahrain, South Korea, and Poland. In 2021, Valderrama and singer Kelly Pickler were named USO Global Ambassadors. Apart from this, Wilmer's into collecting cars too. He's kept the 1969 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser, which was used in that 70s show. The actor bought it for $500 when he learned that the show was going to go out of production. Wilmer's personal life has been quite successful too. His list of girlfriends over the years has included Demi Lovato and Lindsay Lohan, among others. One time he went on the Howard Stern show and kind of bragged about all his exploits. He was put on eOnline.com's list of Hollywood's worst boyfriends. Well, he's engaged now and has also got a daughter. Maybe those days are behind him now. So that was all from my side about things you never knew about the NCIS cast.